you I will.
Michael! Mike, don't! Michael! Damn it! Let go of me!
No, Mike. We gotta listen to him.
No, we don't. Listening to him's the worst thing we can do.
Keep still, Michael Anderson. Let him have his say.
Molly. Molly?
I don't think we have a choice, Mike. We have to listen.
In a matter such as this, I cannot take, but I can punish. I assure you, I can punish. Give me one of the babies sleeping yonder to raise as my own, and I'll leave you in peace. He or she will see much and live long, long after the others sleeping there are gone. Give me what I want, and I'll go away. Refuse me, and the dreams you shared last night will come true. The children will fall from the sky, and the rest of you will walk into the ocean 2 by 2. And when this storm ends, they will find this island as they found Roanoke Island, empty, deserted. I'll give you half an hour. Discuss it, and then choose.
I call this meeting to order. I think it's best if we deal with this matter as we would any piece of town business. After all, that's what this is, isn't it? Town business? Any objections to that? No. Right. The item on the floor is whether or not to give to this thing that has come among us, one of our children. He says that if we give him what he wants, he'll go away, and he'll kill us all, including the children, if we don't. Have I stated that fairly? All right. How say you then, Little Tall? Will you speak to this?
I don't see what choice we have if we believe he can do what he says he can do.
Do you believe him?
That's the first thing I ask myself. I do. I do.
Roberta Coynes has a good point there, though. How many of you believe Linoge is telling the truth? That he can and will wipe out everyone on the island if we stand against him? Show of hands.
Mike, it's not a question of what we're going to do. Not yet. It's just a question of
I know
whether or
what the
not
question is. And once we start down that road, every step of the way gets easier. I know that, too.
All right. I guess we believe him. That's one issue out of the way. Now, if there is any discussion of the main question.
I have something I'd like to say.
That's fine. You're a taxpayer, sure enough. Have on.
No. He's not a man. I didn't vote, but I agree with that just the same. I am your constable. The man you elected to enforce your laws, and I saw what he did to Martha Clarendon. what he did to Peter Godzo, and I've seen what he's done to our children. So I understand, as well as any of you, better than some maybe, the reality of what he's threatening. But folks, we don't give our kids away to thugs. Do you understand that? We don't give away our children.
So what's the choice then? What do we do, Mike? What can we do?
We stand against him. Side by side, we use our will. We tell him no. In one voice. We do what it says over the door we use to come into this place. We trust in God and in each other. And then, maybe he goes away. The way storms always do when they've blown themselves out.
Render therefore unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's. Book of Matthew. You said that to me yourself, Michael, not an hour ago.
Get thee behind me, Satan, for thou savorest not the things that be of God. Book of Mark. Folks, if we give up a child, one of our own, how will we live with each other? Even if he lets us live.
By the grace of God.
We've all got something to hide, Mike. Or maybe you're different.
Oh, Jack. No, I'm not different. But this isn't like trying to live with a test you cheated on, or the memory of someone you hurt when you were drunk. We are talking about a child. Do you understand that, Jack?
Michael, suppose you were right about sending him away. Suppose we put our arms around each other and we gather our will and we come out with a big collective no. Suppose we do that and he just disappears. He goes back where he came from. You saw our children. Now, I don't know where he actually has them, but I have no doubt that flying high above the earth is an accurate representation of it. They can fall. I believe that. All he has to do is wave that cane of his, and they fall. How are we going to live with ourselves if that happens?
He could be bluffing.
He's not, Michael. And you know it. You saw it.
You speak as though he were going to kill the child, Michael. As though it were some kind of human sacrifice. It sounds more like an adoption to me.
And a long life as well. If you believe him, that is. After seeing him, I guess I do.
I just don't believe this. I don't believe this. Lanoge killed Martha Clarendon with his cane. He knocked the eyes right out of her head. And we are debating whether or not to give this monster a child. We might as well give away our souls.
You want to know the worst thing I can think of, Michael? Suppose you're half right. Suppose we live and they die. How are we going to look at each other? How are we going to live with each other then?
And how would we ever live with you?
He said half an hour, people. We have 10 minutes left.
We can't do this. Don't you understand that? We cannot do this. Don't you see? We cannot allow...
I think we've heard your side.